Hello, Army! Have you ever seen someone arrive at a fashion event and then make the atmosphere feel like the biggest movie premiere of the year? Because that's exactly what happened when Jungkook attended the launch of the JK 2026 collection in Harajuku, Tokyo. That night, the neon lights were bright. Thousands of pairs of eyes waited eagerly. And then, the long-awaited figure finally appeared. Not walking the red carpet, not getting out of a luxury car, but riding a motorcycle with such a powerful aura that the entire area erupted with the screams of fans. Honestly, it's hard to describe that moment with just the word cool. Because what was seen that night wasn't just an idol, not just a singer, but a global superstar, present like the main character in a blockbuster movie. His gaze was piercing. His black leather jacket reflected the lights of Tokyo, and his faint smile managed to instantly make millions of fans around the world lose focus. It's no surprise that social media was immediately filled with comments calling that moment one of Jungkook's most iconic looks of the year. But what impressed me even more wasn't just his visuals. It was the confidence that radiated from his every step. From the moment he stopped his motorcycle, to taking off his helmet, to the moment he walked towards the event location. It all seemed so natural. It was as if he was born to be in the spotlight. And interestingly, amidst the heated discussion about Jungkook's performance that night, many fans suddenly remembered someone. Kim Taehyung. Yes, his friend and bandmate who has been known for his incredible fashion sense for years. In fact, on various social media platforms, many ARMYs joked that Taehyung would surely smile with pride at how confident Jungkook now appears as a global fashion icon. Because for longtime BTS fans, their journey together feels very special. We often saw Taehyung and Jungkook as two young men growing up together under the name BTS. Now they stand as two global icons with their own distinct colors and characters. Taehyung with his artistic and elegant charm. Jungkook with his bold, modern charisma and energy. And that night, Jungkook showed his own version of what it means to be a fashion icon. As a global ambassador and directly involved in the JK 2026 collection, every detail he wore felt so personal. From the black leather jacket that commanded attention, the black hair with the exposed forehead, to the accessories that complemented his entire look. Everything felt like a reflection of him. Not overdone, not contrived, just Jungkook being himself. And perhaps that's why people were so captivated. Because they didn't just see expensive clothes. They saw confidence. They saw authenticity. They saw someone comfortable in their own identity. What was even more heartwarming was how Jungkook still took the time to greet his fans. He waved. He gave a small smile. And occasionally glanced at the crowd that was chanting his name nonstop. Even though he's now a global superstar, his humble attitude has never changed. And I think that's why millions of people continue to love him. Not just for his talent, not just for his looks, but for his sincerity. That night proved one thing. Jungkook doesn't need to get on stage to put on a show. He doesn't need to sing a song. He doesn't need to choreograph. He just shows up. And the whole world takes notice. That's the power of Jungkook. And at the same time, this moment also makes many ARMYs even more proud to see how the BTS members continue to grow in their own ways. Including Taehyung, who continues to inspire them through the world of fashion and art. Watching them grow like this feels like witnessing a long, beautiful journey. From 7 young people who once chased their dreams together, to 7 stars who now light up the world in their own ways. So now I want to ask you, what was your favorite part of this historic night? Was it when Jungkook arrived on his motorcycle? When he charismatically took off his helmet? Or was it when his signature smile set the internet ablaze again? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest news about BTS, Jungkook, Taehyung, and the rest of the members. Because one thing is for sure, and perhaps years from now, when BTS fans look back on this era, that night in Harajuku, Tokyo, will be one of the most talked about moments. Not because of the glitz of the event, not because of the countless cameras, but because that night revealed something deeper. Proof that Jungkook continues to grow, continues to write a new chapter in his journey. and continues to show the world that he is not just a part of BTS history, but also a figure creating his own history. Every era has its moments. And for many armies, this CKJK 2026 launch night will likely be remembered as one of the iconic moments that marked Jungkook's further progress as an artist, performer, and global icon. But behind all those achievements, one thing remains constant: his love for his fans, and the love of the fans who have supported him every step of the way. That's the connection that makes this journey so special. That's why millions of people around the world eagerly await his every appearance. Because when Jungkook appears, it's not just an event that becomes bigger, but an ordinary moment can turn into a memory that will last a lifetime. And perhaps that's what ARMY is most moved by to this day. Not just because they're successful, not just because they're famous, but because we've all witnessed their journey from the beginning. We saw how they struggled when no one knew their names. We saw how they fell, got back up, and kept going despite facing so many challenges. And now, we see them standing on top of the world, in their own way, with their own color. This night in Harajuku was a reminder that each BTS member has a unique story. And Jungkook's story that night truly shone. There was no concert stage. There was no grand show. There was no spectacular choreography. But somehow, millions of eyes were still focused on him. It was as if the world wanted to say that true charm doesn't always require additional attention. Because someone like Jungkook is simply himself. What made this moment even more special was the fact that we could still see the same Jungkook from back then. Someone who grew up before the eyes of fans. Someone who still smiled at ARMY. Someone who never forgot the people who always supported him. And perhaps that's why each of his appearances felt different. It always felt warm. It always felt personal. Because to ARMY, Jungkook wasn't just a superstar. He was part of a life journey that had accompanied so many memories over the years. So when they saw him walk confidently that night, many fans weren't just amazed. They felt proud. Proud to see how far he had come. Proud to see a dream that once seemed so far away now come true. And proud to still be a part of this incredible journey. If tonight has taught us one thing, it's that BTS's journey is far from over. There are still so many stories yet to be written. There are still so many moments yet to be created. And there are still so many surprises awaiting ARMY in the future. Because as BTS continues to grow, we all know one thing: the best may still be yet to come. And who knows? This may just be the beginning. Because if just one arrival on a motorcycle can send the entire internet into a frenzy, imagine what other surprises Jungkook has in store for ARMY in the future. Now it's your turn, ARMY. How iconic do you think Jungkook's performance at CKJK 2026 was? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And turn on the notification bell to be the first to get the latest updates about BTS, Jungkook, Taehyung, Taekook, and all the special moments you can't miss. Thanks for watching until the end, ARMY. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep supporting BTS wherever they are. See you in the next video. When Jungkook appears, the world always has a reason to stop and pay attention.